What does this bird with a strange beak have in common with this busker wearing a weird hat? Well, mainly they can be spotted almost anywhere along the Queen Street Mall in downtown Brisbane, Australia. But the colorful twosome also share another trait.
Absolute and complete freedom.
Wayne Bloomfield's chapeau provides a visual insight to his personal philosophy on life. Travel light.
I was doing all sorts of things, different types of entertainment and acting and stuff, but I always wanted freedom. I always had, wanted to wander a bit and everything, and so I was in Darwin. I had a children's play group, like a stage play, and we took that from Melbourne all the way to Darwin, and then we disbanded it because I decided on a whim to go to university. So I got into university and then realised within about 6 weeks I was going to start within about 8 weeks, and they told me I'm not allowed to steal biscuits from the faculty room anymore. So I saw some balloons in a shop, and no instructions or anything, so I started playing with them and found I had a bit of a knack, and I've been doing it ever since, all over the world. A lot of time in Brisbane.
How many years have you been doing this?
21 years.
And tell me some of the places you visited.
Oh, I've done it in all over Australia, in England, in Hawaii, and other parts of the US, in Bandar Seri Begawan, in Brunei, in Singapore, in Hawaii, I said, New Zealand, England, all over. Just wherever. I used to walk into see where the flight centre, and I used to have a look at where the cheapest flight was, and I'd get on the plane and just get there, set up, and away you go.
So you're a blowhard by profession, huh?
I'm known to be full of wind, yeah.
What do you like best about what you're doing?
I like a couple of things. I like the freedom. I like the fact that I get exactly what I'm worth. I don't have, there's no spin here. You take a balloon, you put in what you want. If you want to put in 10 cents, you can. If you want to put in $50, you can, and all of that happens. I like the fact that everybody's always on their best behaviour when they come to me. I meet a lot of beautiful people from all over the world, and I write poetry and stories, and they all come from here. So it's kind of like having a window on the world. And I gave it up for a little while when I had an injury and went into industrial real estate. And I did that for a few years and found I was getting old and sad. So I came back and, it all lifted again. So I don't think I could ever do anything else. I could never retire. One of my children did this for a couple of years. We're all arty. My wife was a professional cellist for many years in classical music, and then she turned her hand to art, and she sold about 800 paintings now, I think, and now she's writing. Our oldest son's just leaving year 12, and he's going into do a degree in music. He's a hardcore drummer. It sort of varies. Our daughter has written all her life, but she wants to be an anthropologist so that she can go to university and get paid for it while she writes books. Right. So none of us take life seriously. Yeah.
There's a pretty good amount of competition for the discretionary dollar here on the street, I see.
I never noticed that, I only care about my dollar, and I don't begrudge anybody else their dollar, and I always seem to go home with more than I need, so I guess I don't pay much attention to the rest of it. I guess that's why I'm not a millionaire. I can't imagine what I'd do with it.
From the Queen Street Mall in Brisbane, I'm Lane Talbert. And can somebody help me identify this avian species?
Here than I am, that's all. There you go. There you go.
Aeroplane.
And what would you like?
Crocodile.